No, I think what it is, it might be a bigger is that she's never seen your NC. You don't know. Remember that one thing I had on that face here that he shaved his hair?
Started in recognize.
Hey, got my hair going back. She said, "Daddy, what's that?"
Every time I see this, I want to cry.
Yeah, y'all really have that really.
Fucking skate page. How far they were up, they just ran the ball every time they got. Oh yeah, just kept you in the clock. Alright, hold on.
I don't got fears or problems.
Take 10.
Only got real ones round them. Only got. It's a
One more
complete to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. From laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a move today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
Alright. XGL Championship, we haven't had one in a while. Got Crazy C versus Samson. Adam. And, the champion. XGL champion Crazy C versus challenger Samson. Quite simple. Okay? So, Mercy move is in effect, however, there's a caveat to that. So, say one use 21 points unanswered. Right? On the next play, opponent has to score in order to stay in the game. Not score on the next play. Okay? Like basically, let's say you try to score 21 points unanswered. Ball back. Oh, you got to score. Yeah, you got to score on your next. You got to score. Or you have to give the ball back. Okay? 5-minute quarters. Oh, put it on 6, fine. Other clocks on. That's fine. Oh. I gotta do like the. What some ring girls do?
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas, massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Still going. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do, and we're talking about Jason Kelce now, not Travis, his brother who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And now the defense for Dallas.
Robert Quinn gets to the quarterback as well as any defensive end in the league. A lot of it goes back to his high school wrestling background. He understands leverage and hands as well as anyone.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Defense wins championships, baby. Slam.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Howard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Good job.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Elliott. That bulldog Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. 75 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Formath, the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Formath is sent it away now following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the give, running right is Howard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Sanders. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Malik Collins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch the safety creep.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees it, the ball.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Well, a little Daniel. Ash Rice is grandma's step.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll run on first down. Sanders flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's caught by Jackson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll run with Sanders. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
He will be wearing the Niners jersey all Christmas.
Oh, it had to be wear what? It had to be a George Kittle.
Oh, you're gonna wear this one.
Yeah, I'll be all right with that.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott.
I mean, because I will be.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
I'll wear his Cowboys jersey.
That time a 6-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Hey, we beat y'all.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Some kind of Niners gear.
Fielded about a yard deep.
And then take a picture of it.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard.
And take a picture.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott, and that'll will hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Here's my problem.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape with him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
This is Elliott. 7 yards there and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over at $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And Forbath will put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether they just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
And actually perform and seriously.
To throw is Wentz.
Nicky Bella's best match.
Now he's forced out left. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Straight terrible match.
Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what could hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Wentz going for the deep. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Hey, I should look that up and see what that looks like. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just a rip-off. Because you saw...
now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light play. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mr. Ertz.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Rushing off defenders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before, and now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you talk to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push on in front further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, and she's like, she came over to the window, she goes, hey, where's this and this? And I sat there when she said that, I was like,
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown.
where is it? She goes, what? How many minutes is that? 5? Yeah, and I was all online.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 25 to play. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Wentz now to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Wentz will try again on second down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 62 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Elliott good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
No, it looks like a typical Cowboys video game. They're always like neck and neck, like, okay.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick.
Oh, man, here we go. Oh, for all the jelly
And the
beans.
Cowboys are able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That's so much blue.
Forbath, the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up.
Just stick with that
And
jersey.
a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Forbath is sent it away now following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys jersey.
So now it's the Eagles' turn. Trailing in this one now. 33 seconds to go. It's a tall order, but they do begin with decent field position on first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz steps away to his left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle With the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed miracle last chance.
So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
I mean, you got one timeout, Chuck.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Unless he fumbles, pick it up and you run that bitch all the way back.
Double dog, that's the way.
They'll try to run for it with Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Hold on. I'm getting word from the commissioner. It looks like we're being challenged next Sunday and Pokemon for the XGL tournament. The best 2 out of 3 singles. Here first,
Right! Let him keep it. He's going to try to play it on the birthday.
well, actually, Chuck said he had to. Yeah. Old man.
Yeah, go 30. Going 79. Going
Yeah, just hold on.
So, Jared, that game was playing,